Okay.
And we're live. It's always interesting starting the software. So good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. I'm here with Paul Counts, and it's one of the sequence of chats that we're having coming up to the Legends of the Digital World 2.0 Virtual Summit, which is happening this Friday. And you can go and always grab a ticket at Legends of the Internet, Legends of the Digital World.com. It's been a long day today. So, Paul, why don't you tell people a little bit about your background and who you are?
Yeah, so I've been making money online now for 18 years. I started when I was in high school, and I've been successfully running an internet business since that time. And, I've just over the years amassed quite the following online, obviously millions of dollars in online sales, and just have just been a part of some really cool projects, and it's just been a great experience, and I wouldn't trade it for the world. And I just have a deep passion for helping people get started in this business, because there's a lot of freedom that comes from having your own internet business, and it's pretty special. So I'm a big fan of this industry and running your own business on your own terms. So I love it, and anything I can do to help people get there, I'm all for that.
We're just saying, some people saying we have a bit of an echo, which I'm not hearing, but look, I think I've just fixed. I know what the problem was. I had Facebook running, so it's coming out on that side. Better know, because I muted Facebook. So
I'm in surround sound.
Yeah, you're everywhere, Paul. So what attracted you to coming online? What was the thing that made you decide to go on the internet and do what you do?
Yeah, so for me, I was, in high school, I started selling pencils in the second grade, so I've been an entrepreneur at a young age, and I just had this strong desire to want to run an internet business or to just run a business on my own terms. And so, I was actually in middle school. I was selling T-shirts for a company, right? It's for a local screen printing company in junior high, of all things, right? Age 13, 14. And I started to do their work, and I kept telling them, hey, you guys need to get your own email address, their own domain, because I couldn't send attachments to the customers because Hotmail was so small, Yeah. It was like 500 kilobyte attachments way back when. And I finally convinced them to get a website. They get the website. The owner of the company goes, hey, you wanted the website. You learn how to market this thing. So at that point, I started learning about backlinking, and I learned about doing online press releases, and I learned about marketing online, and then he referred me to a client, and then the rest is history. I started this thing in high school, and it just scaled up, and it's been quite the journey. I've seen a lot come and go in this business, and there's a lot of things you have to adapt and change to. But yeah, it just kind of fell, just one thing led to another, right? And I realized, this is what I want. I worked a regular job for 8 months, and I realized I was unemployable, meaning I needed to be my own boss, and that's what it boiled down to. I just couldn't work. I worked it for 8 months. I mean, I worked hard, but it was for nothing. I was like, this is not what I want.
Yeah, it's interesting. You find that common trait in a lot of entrepreneurs is we're the only people that would employ ourselves.
That would what?
That we're the only people that would actually give ourselves a job.
Right. Exactly.
And it's interesting you're saying about the changes, because a lot of people. That's one of the things that kind of, I suppose, puts people off about coming online or doing online, is that there seems to be, there's always the next greatest thing, the newest thing, the latest thing. There's always a new social media, or there's a new channel, or there's a new something. But what you do is email. And that was one thing that I learned over a decade ago, is, to me, that's the one consistent. So why don't you talk a little bit about email?
Yeah, I mean, email marketing, I don't care what people tell you, it's not dead yet. And the thing is, the people that tell you it's dead, they're telling you that through an email, because they're trying to hype you on their social media course, which they're selling through an email. So, that just chaps my hide, and people tell you email's dead, and they're telling you that via an email marketing method, and I'm like, the only thing that's changed with email is how people read their emails. People read them on their phones, they read them, in different devices. They're not all just sitting on their computer anymore, but your phone, I mean, you get notifications as an email comes in on your phone. And, there's other things like push notifications on your apps, and there's, YouTube channels and Facebook stuff. But I'm telling you, from a marketing perspective, you're not going to get a better return on investment than with email marketing. And it's still fantastic years later. And, I think it's just one of the best ways to reach an audience and to build a following. And, I've got Facebook pages, and I've got do Facebook Lives, which we're on right now, right? I mean, those are great, but you just can't necessarily go sell like you can on an email on a Facebook Live. I mean, yeah, you can build a following and an audience, but Facebook Live is not like having your own email list. And honestly, when you're running a Facebook Live, you're at the mercy of Facebook. When you have your own email list, it's your own asset that you control, that you manage. And that's why I'm passionate about that. And that's really the one constant in my business over these 18 some years has been email marketing. So it's been a big part of my business.
Yeah, and the thing that fascinates me when I hear it as well, because I would hear it a lot, is I normally say to people, yeah, but do you ever run a Facebook ad? I say, yeah. Did you ever get an email from Facebook? Do you get an email from Netflix? Netflix are on every device. They're on your TV, the PlayStation, your phone, your tablet, your computer, everything. Yes, he is sitting on a park bench, Martina. He is actually sitting on a park bench.
Well, no, I'm actually I'm just leaning against the rails.
Oh, really?
I'm on the dock. Yeah, I'm on the. Here, I'll show you guys the tour there. See, yeah, there I am. I'm on a dock and just leaning against the rails. There's a park bench kind of behind me.
Yeah. So but what Paul is showing is you can literally run a business from anywhere, and I like the aspect. But it is fascinating when it comes to people talk about email. I've seen but sure, look, a decade ago it was the Facebook killer. No, it's the email killer. There's always killers, but it is a good consistent. And so, give the people watching the kind of a little. Martin just send a lot. I called you Martina. I do apologise for that, Martin.
What'd they say?
I called him Martina. Sorry about that. It's old days. What can I say? So, give people a little, I suppose, insight into some of the stuff you're going to be sharing over the weekend, without telling them too much. But like a movie trailer host.
So over the weekend, I mean, I'm so honored to be. You have a great lineup too. I mean, to be mentioned with some of these names, it's an honor, and you have a very good lineup. And I'm going to be talking about, kind of my two favorite times to send an email to your list that I found that has worked really well for me. I'm going to touch on, what's not only the two most important times to email your list, but also how to get better opens, how to write an email live. I'm actually going to write an email live for everybody to show them how the process works. On top of that, I'm going to demonstrate just a couple, like I like to call them ninja tricks that I've learned to get better open rates. That seems very techy, but I simplify it in a way. And I gave this, only other time I've done this presentation was at a live event. And so you guys are in for a real treat. And when I made these changes, even the other speakers were coming up to me going, I didn't know you could do that. So, I'm going to be sharing some deep details that not everybody's going to share. And it's going to be done in a way that's actionable. So you're going to leave with actionable steps that you can start to apply with your business and start to see a growth in your business fairly quickly.
So some the people watching mightn't understand open rates. So why are open rates important?
So what's what?
Why are open rates important?
Oh, so open rates are so important for your list because if you're not getting into people's inboxes, the one thing about email, and this is the constant for any marketing channel, I don't care if it's Facebook or email or whatever marketing channel you're at, if you're not getting in front of people, like you're always constantly battling somebody. So it could be Google, it could be the spam traps, it could be Google Promos tab, it doesn't matter what it is, right? I mean, Facebook has those too. I mean, as Facebook has grown, there's certain ads don't get shown to certain people. There's pages, stuff you post on Facebook that used to get a lot of engagement. You only get a couple people that like it. Here you think it's because nobody cares for you. It's just that Facebook's not showing it. And so, we're constantly going against the norm, right? So we're constantly going against, and it's an uphill battle, right? And so with open rates, they're no different. You have to be able to get into people's inbox and you have to be able to do that to get the maximum success.
Yeah, because if it doesn't get delivered, they don't open it, they don't click, and they don't buy.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it is. And so you've got to do that because if they're not opening their email, they're not seeing what you have to offer. And you could have the best subject line in the world, but if it's not, if you're not even seen because you're in the promos tab or the spam trap, you're in trouble.
Yeah, and it is one of the things, folks, that you do learn when you're doing this, I suppose, full time like we are, is the case that the internet keeps changing. It's one of the bits I love is it changes because you never get bored. But they are fundamentals, like Paul's going to show you, that if you stick to them, you do actually stay within the guidelines, you do stay within the rules, which means that no matter kind of what happens, you're pretty much good.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely.
So, Paul, I am conscious of the fact that you have stopped your busy day to come chat with us. If there's any last comment you want to make to everybody, about that. I don't want to talk too much about what you're doing at the weekend, guys. You got to come up, sign up, get a ticket, and not only you, Paul, but we're actually up to 20 speakers. This has exploded.
Wow, it's going to be a big summit.
Yeah,
I love it.
It's a monster. Like it's an absolute monster. But sure, why not? And as we're kind of doing these lives, guys, to show you. This is what you're going to get. You're going to get people live onto your phone, live into your tablet, live onto your PC. It's that easy. You don't even have to, it's not like the MasterCard ad. You don't have to, or the American Express ad. You don't even have to leave home, okay? You can stay at home and be at home for the 3 days. So if you want to make any closing comments, Paul?
Yeah, it's going to be, I'm telling you, it's going to be amazing. I love the chance. Some of the speakers I've seen, those are people I want to learn from too. And, it's going to be a fantastic experience. And, I like to say, like live events, virtual events. Those are the best way to really get to know people and really you get some of the best content at these events. And so I really encourage you to go check this out. And I hope you'll join us here in the virtual summit. It's going to be well worth your time. So thanks for letting me be a part of this. It's a great thing you're doing.
No, to be fair, Paul, every person that we're bringing on, as I lovingly say, walks the walk and talks the talk. They're showing stuff they're using in their business. It's not some highfalutin theory or something that, oh my God, if you turn on your computer once a week, you'll be a billionaire within an hour. That's all you got to do. There's no nonsense. These are solid business people who are going to show you how you can grow a business, a second income, quit your 9 to 5, whatever it is that you want to do, whatever life you want to get, because we live it, right? And I used to be in retail, right? So I came from retail, 6 days a week, 10 hours a day, running. It's absolutely nuts. Whereas with this, you can work when you want, where you want, how you want. And it's still a business. We're not sitting there telling you it's not a business. It's of course a business and the more you learn, the more you earn, which is kind of the slogan behind this that I'm slowly pushing up behind the legends, is the more you learn, the more you earn.
Exactly, no doubt. Knowledge is power, there's a fact there. So,
and it's even interesting, you're like myself, because a lot of the other speakers are saying the same. There's people on this that, no matter what level you're at, there's always people at it that you can learn, and it doesn't matter whether, they're even less experienced than you are, but they might be doing something really cutting edge that you just learn, and you pick up that one thing that's going to make this colossal difference to your business, and that's worth the weekend to us alone. We do this all the time, guys.
It's huge, yeah, and I can guarantee there's going to be 1 or 2 things that I share that will most likely transform what people are doing if they take action on it, and that's what it's all about.
Well, we can lay it on the table for you, folks. We can put the knife and fork in your hand. It's up to you to eat. It's that simple.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely. I like that analogy.
So go to legendsofthedigitalworld.com. You can pick up your ticket today. And Paul, again, I appreciate taking the time out of your busy schedule. I know we've been running, trying to get everything organised. So I really do appreciate you taking time. And I look forward to having a good chat with you live over the weekend. The schedule, guys, is announced on Thursday. I'm going to tell you all that straight, but only to people who have registered. Okay, that's the way it works. If you're, if all this, that's how it works. You register, you take action. We look after you 1,000,000%. You don't register, you don't take action. We should all the best in the world, but we're looking after people who want to change their lives.
Yep, definitely.
All right, well, perfect, Paul. Thank you very much, guys. Have a great evening and keep smiling.
All right, thank you, guys. Take care.